Ishmael Johnson, Dave Campbell's Texas Football here with Texas cornerback Ryan Watts here at the East-West Shrine Bowl. All right, man. I mean, look, it's been a busy week. Obviously, you've gone through practice. You've gone through, I think you guys are done with practice, right?
Oh, yeah, we're done with practice now.
So just waiting for the game.
Yeah, walkthroughs tomorrow.
Okay. So, I guess for me, what's it been like, first of all, working with a lot of guys who have NFL experience and, learning from other players that have played at other big programs like yourself?
It's definitely a different experience, getting the perspective from everybody, really. I feel like knowledge is game, so just being a soaking up all the knowledge that I can, especially different guys from different programs, different perspectives across the country. And I just feel like bringing it all in, just getting a different look at seeing different formations and just learning a lot more from the game, really.
Yeah. Is there anything in particular, when you made the decision to commit to this game, was there anything in particular you're looking to absorb, or has it just kind of been like kind of open to anything?
Just really open to everything. I just being able to learn from the NFLPA. They had a couple ex-NFL players come in, like Josh Norman, Ray Crockett. So just being able to learn from them, and then they had financial people come talk to us about what to expect in the future, things I didn't even know about in the league too. So, and then just having the experience to talk to the scouts and just hear what they had to say, and them getting to know me, and just being able to put myself in a better position. And I feel like I know my game. I know I'm a great player. So just them seeing me in person, I know I changed their mind. So.
Speaking of your game, you've played a little bit of safety in practice. What's that adjustment been like? Has that been you just being open to trying something new, maybe?
Yeah. I mean, in high school, I played safety, and I didn't want to move to corner, too. So I was like my sophomore year, but my coach told me I had a high ceiling at 6'3" corner, so I ended up switching back to corner. And then at Ohio State, I played it for 2 weeks.
Right.
So I have past experience of playing safety. Nothing in game, but I'm definitely prepared, because I feel like not anybody can play safety, but I'm a smart athlete. So
Sure.
You got to be a smart athlete to play safety, and I feel like I'm definitely that.
Anybody you modeled your game after? You mentioned your 6'3" corner. Everybody usually thinks like Richard Sherman, things like the bigger corners. Is there anybody you kind of model your game after?
I say, because I can't relate to like a 5'10" corner.
Sure.
Say definitely Sauce Gardner. He's like another tall corner, long, lengthy, especially for the way he presses. And then for man coverage, I say Sauce Gardner. And then for zone, I say Tariq Woolen. I like the way he plays zone. Another tall corner like myself.
I was about to say two guys that came in the league at the same time.
Yeah,
Woolen for UTSA and
exactly.
then Gardner at Cincinnati. That's cool. You have a preference? Zone man?
Oh, no, not really. I'm not scheme. I don't feel like I'm scheme specific at all. I feel like you teach me and I get the experience at it, and I'll master it for real.
Okay. Cool. How did playing for somebody like Terry Joseph and then Pete Kwiatkowski prepare you for these kind of evaluations?
It definitely opened me up. Like I learned a lot through both of them. Learning concepts, what to expect. So I feel like my game overall, I feel like I've learned a lot from them. So I feel like they definitely prepared me on what to expect and how to answer, because I feel like they made me an even better football player mentally.
Yeah.
So.
When you chose to come to Texas after Ohio State, this year, this is more about this past season. Was this year what you had in mind? Competing for a national championships, chance to get to the playoff, things like that. Did you, when you made the decision to come to Texas, obviously 2022 maybe didn't go the way y'all thought, but coming back and then 2023 hitting the ground, was this what you kind of envisioned?
Playing at Ohio State my freshman year, we went to the Natty. So
That's true. I forgot about that.
I saw what it took for a good team, and I felt like this year we definitely had the talent. So I felt like we were going to make that push, especially talent, and we had the experience, and a lot of guys were bought in. Like no divas, none of that. So like I feel like we had a lot of potential, and I feel like we did a lot, and we surprised a lot of people. And they have a lot more coming the next year too.
Right.
Come back with a lot of experience, and then we have guys coming in. They're going to be able to teach them good, because I feel like we have Class A coaches too. So
I was about to say, you were one of those senior leaders with guys like Malik Muhammad coming through.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about some of those guys somebody like Malik who broke in later in the year, but at the beginning, he's making special teams plays, all these things. What did you see from a lot of the young guys that are now going to be taking over your spots?
Young guys just bought in, man. No divas really, because a lot in the past they used to say they used to bring a lot of five-star players and no experience. I feel like this time is different. They just bought in because it's a changed culture. It all started since last year with the changed culture coming from starting with Demo and Roshan Johnson making an impression on the whole locker room. So I feel like just that culture, having guys bought in and just following the role, and then when their time comes, making the most out of their opportunity.
Sure. And last couple questions from me. When you growing up, a lot of people talk about a lot of the players this generation don't remember Texas being Texas, right? Yeah. They maybe remember a little bit of the Vince Young era, but it was maybe Colt McCoy, but it's been a lot of them winning eight wins or so.
Yeah.
What was your perception of Texas when you were growing up, was it that? And then was that part of your goal and your guys' goal is to kind of change that and get it back to where, people like me growing up
Yeah.
kind of saw them, expecting them to win double digits and compete for conference and national titles?
Well, I had saw about Vince Young and how they had the Natty. So, but growing up, I really saw Texas losing a lot most of the times.
Sure.
And I say coming out of high school, like that's what really shied me away. I feel like they didn't really develop many of their players. I felt like something was just up. So out of high school, I never really came. But then just seeing and hearing, I had talked to Bijan before, and just hearing how he had his view on the locker room, and I felt like, okay, yeah, they're up to something. Like it's changing over there. So
Yeah.
and I always I would have rather stayed in Texas or go to Texas.
Sure,
So
sure.
just being able to have the opportunity to come to Texas and have my own influence on the team too, and just seeing how far they've already came. Like I felt like it was a player-led team a lot of times
Sure,
too.
sure.
So I felt like seeing that, I already knew that the culture was changing, and it's just the records started to follow after, and that's just going to keep going up after year.
Yeah. All right, lastly from me, who's the hardest person, whether practice or game, hardest person to cover?
Man, AD and X. Shoot. That's a hard one, really. I'm not going to lie. Because X, he going to run.
I was about to say, you're going to run with him.
AD's savvy, too.
Yeah.
So I'd probably say, I don't know, man. That's a hard one.
Don't make one of them mad now.
Yeah. Because X can run and AD's savvy. So
Yeah.
I'd probably say, dang. I'd probably say AD because he's so savvy.
Sure.
He's like unorthodox, so you can't predict the kind of movements he'd make.
Yeah.
But then like X is a hell of a player too. Like,
I was about to say, you
gotta
just
be
send him
able
on
to
a-
run
send him
with
on a fly.
Yeah,
It's
you gotta
like-
be able to run with him too. Like not anybody can just do that. So I
Yeah.
feel like different players for different persons. So like, just probably AD for the match.
All right, cool.
Against me, yeah.
All right, now last question. After this week, what's the plan for you as you continue to prep?
After this week, just preparing for the combine.
Mm-hmm.
I got the combine invite, so just being prepared. A lot of people think I'm gonna run a fast 40, but I think I'll run a high 4.4.
Okay.
So we'll see on that, but I'm continue to keep proving myself right.
All right, appreciate your time, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hey.